The lights will go on, the revs go up, and the British Grand Prix is away, and Pecco Bagnaia just seems to struggle to get that Ducati going, and Espargaro's going to lead, and Quartararo goes through on the inside of Bagnaia into turn one. It's Espargaro leading from Quartararo in second place. Bagnaia's there in third, but under pressure from Aleix Espargaro. Two Espargaros in the top three, the Aprilia's into third.
Aleix Espargaro has been unbelievable all weekend, really fast in the top three most sessions. That Aprilia looks incredibly stable around the bumpy, flat Silverstone circuit.
They head into the hangar straight for the very first time. What has Aleix Espargaro got? Can he attack down into Stoke Corner? Can the Ducati come through on the inside? Look out for that rocket ship from Bologna, and Pecco Bagnaia goes second. Aleix goes third. Marquez sat up in Stowe. Nakagami runs it wide in there, but it's the other Honda of Espargaro leading.
Yeah, it was Jorge Martin. Oh, that's going to be tight into there. It gets really tight through Village. There's only one line through that little chicane there.
Oh, Marquez is down. Jorge Martin taken down with Marc Marquez in there. They're all jostling for position in the Vale chicane, and Marc Marquez has hit the deck, and he's taken Jorge Martin with him.
This is into Stowe. Watch Jorge Martin up the inside of Marquez. Boom! Right, that's the one. At this point, you would assume, and I'm guessing, don't get me wrong, we haven't seen it, but I think Marquez is going to be maybe a little bit too aggressive. Down into Village. Let's have a look what we can see. Marquez goes tight, then sweeps across, tries to cut under, gives it him back. What a silly move. That's appalling.
That means that the winner from Germany and the winner from Austria, Jorge Martin and Marc Marquez, are out of the race. Out front, Pol Espargaro leads on the Repsol Honda after taking his first pole position in those famous old colours. Aleix Espargaro attacks. It's an Espargaro 1-2 in the British Grand Prix.
Can you imagine what it must be like for the parents of these two? Nobody would have expected it, really, because Aleix this year has been fantastic on that Aprilia. Aprilia produced a fantastic motorcycle. It's made a huge step, but what a moment for the Espargaro family. I couldn't be prouder. No way he's getting that stopped, surely.
Yeah, he's got to run wide in
That was deep.
He gave him a long way back on the Aprilia, but Aleix Espargaro trying to make a clean pass on his brother. That just gave him so much room, but he needed a lot of room to get that Aprilia stop. So briefly, Aleix led on the Aprilia, but it's Pol who reclaims and takes over at the front. But he means business in these early stages. He really believes this weekend, Aleix. Here's Jake Dixon at the back of the field.
Yeah, he's had a bit of a moment, and he was right. Well, he was in front of Miguel Oliveira, right on the back of Cal Crutchlow. Something's happened and he's just dropped a little bit. Obviously made a mistake. The last thing Jake wants is to end up on his own. He wanted to try and get stuck in and learn from the other riders.
In the championship stakes, that's first on second as Fabio Quartararo eases his way past the Ducati. I know Ducatis have one here with Andrea Dovizioso, but you do feel like even with these long straights, the Yamaha just has something, especially in Fabio Quartararo's hands. Aleix is fired up for this one, but I expect he'll try and make it at least quite tidy if he tries to go at his brother.
Oh, this is a nice move.
Oh, he's gone wide.
I mean, that's the nature of that loop corner. You leave the door wide open. That wasn't a mistake from Aleix Espargaro. And then it's just a block pass, really. Quartararo just places his motorcycle in the way. Don't get me wrong, if you're in a last lap battle with anybody, you wouldn't leave the gap.
Aleix has got a problem, surely. He missed a gear there coming down the Wellington
Yeah, it looked
straight.
like he missed his brake point, which you wouldn't normally do. So something was going on there, you'd say.
So he was maybe a bit ruffled by the fact Quartararo came past and the Ducati left the Aprilia standing, and Bagnaia is back up into third. So it's Pol from Fabio Quartararo. Bagnaia is now third, and Espargaro Aleix is down to fourth. Oh,
here we go.
Here we go. Fabio Quartararo's attacked through that fast kink there, through Abbey into Farm Corner. And within the space of a lap, Fabio has taken charge of this race.
Ooh.
I thought Aleix was going to dive up on the inside of Pol. Meanwhile, Joan Mir is now up and past Jack Miller.
I mean, look where he makes his move here. Where you least expect with a tricky Farm Corner. We've seen so many riders crash at that point throughout the weekend.
That could be game overtime for the rest of the field. He had this kind of pace. I read a couple of people saying, oh, maybe for the first couple of laps, if they get in front of him, that's his race done, because they all have similar pace. No one's going to be able to match the pace of Quartararo if he keeps setting those 2-minute laps. He did it throughout free practice 4 here at the track yesterday. He kept churning them out, one after another after another. So now that he's hit the front, now he's got almost 1.5 seconds on them down the Hangar Straight. As Rins goes through on Joan Mir, Fabio Quartararo is clearing off at the front, and it's a battle for the rest of the podium spots.
So,
here comes Rins on the inside of Pol Espargaro. So Alex Rins up into the podium positions, which is a real boost for Rins. He hasn't stood on the box at any time this season, which is remarkable when you think last year he was at one point battling for the championship. Oh, Alesia's run a little bit wide. He should be able to recover. Can he? No, he can't. The door stayed open for far too long. And as he went wide there, through comes Alex Rins into Vale. And so Aleix now drops back to 3rd spot. He's been told to switch to mapping 2, and I can only assume, Neil, that's something to do with tyre management.
Yeah, that'll be increasing the traction control, trying to manage that spin, maybe soften the power off just a fraction, make it a little bit easier all round. It's quite common at this point in the race, that's when you switch it.
Paul's gone out into the Stowe car park and almost joining the fans in there, so wide, and that means that Jack Miller has picked up another spot, and he doesn't even have to work hard for it on this occasion. Miller is lurking here now, and he's looking like he wants to get a spot on the box. Three miles and 2/3 for Fabio Quartararo remaining in this 20-lap race. Can Jack Miller do anything? Can he get onto the podium? Can he spoil Aleix Espargaro's Sunday? Alex Rins looks like he might hang on to 2nd place, and I suppose the way his season's gone, a first podium back at the venue he won here in 2019, that'll be some recompense.
I'll be honest, I'm a huge Jack Miller fan, as you know, but I really want Aleix Espargaro to get this Aprilia on the podium. All the hard work they've done over the years, they really deserve it.
Miller's got to make a move.
Ask a silly question and get the answer. Of course it didn't hold him back.
He's going to get the inside line as they go towards the loop, though.
Can he square him off here? Can he square him off underneath him? He's going to go. Alecia's got him. That's a nice move. Very nice move. Decisive. Cut underneath him, and that made it stick. You've got to make yourself wide. That's it. Go defensive now down this straight.
Here comes Jack Miller behind Aleix Espargaro. Aleix Espargaro goes tight, though. Goes very tight in there. He feels he's got the measure of the Ducati. So the Aprilia man hanging on as they head into Luffield. He could well have done enough here for a first podium for Aprilia at the front. While all this goes on behind between the Italian bikes, it's Francis Fabio Quartararo who makes it 5 in the British Grand Prix. Alex Rins takes 2nd, and Aleix Espargaro has sealed Aprilia's first podium in the MotoGP era. Big congratulations to them. Jack Miller takes 4th, Pol Espargaro is 5th, Binder is 6th, Lecuona sneaks 7th on the line ahead of Alex Marquez. Joan Mir is a disappointing 9th with Danilo Petrucci in 10th, Zarco in 11th, Bastianini in 12th, Nakagami is 13th. Fabio celebrates 5. That's his 5th victory of this 2021 season, and he's extended his championship lead now to 65 points. That's 2 race wins in his back pocket. Oh, and we head to Misano twice later on this year. That is a place the Yamaha will work superbly.